sophomore opposite, number 13, Giovanni Torres. And a senior, middle hitter, number 15, Jake Johnson. Here are the barrels tonight for Elms, junior, number 2, Andre Alejandro. At the barrel, number 3, a sophomore, Antonio Delgado. The head coach is Sheila Gisberg, and the assistant coaches, Renale Acosta. Now, tonight's starters for your Baruch College Bearcats. A sophomore right side hitter from New York, number 2, Andrew Soros. A junior outside hitter from Port Washington, number 3, Stephen Lopez. A sophomore center from Brooklyn, number 5, Edward Ringberg. Senior outside hitter from Plainview, number 13, Nick Godino. Sophomore middle blocker from Bayside, number 16, Evan Tacos. And a sophomore middle hitter from Forest Hills, number 17, Benny Boucher. And the Bearcats libero, a senior from Stony Brook, number 1, Priakos Severstides. The head coach of Baruch is Kevin Edwards, and the assistant coach, Christy Encarnacion. Now, let's play ball.
Good evening and welcome back to Arc Arena. We are live with Baruch Men's Volleyball. It is Thursday night. Baruch College is taking on Elms. The Bearcats are coming in with a 10-8 record, 5-0 in the CUNYAC division, while Elms College is coming off with a hot 19-4 record, 6-1 in the NECC. Elms College coming in with a great record. The Bearcats coming in just above 500, but off of a week of a couple good wins. Rested their legs, and they are looking to attack this match. Elms College is coming in as a top 15 team, being the number 14 team for Division III. Elms College looking to find the bathroom. Coach is directing. Head coach for Elms College is Sheila, while the assistant coach is Yanal. Both coming in, leading this Blazers roster, who is holding that number 14 spot. Anytime you can get ranked in that top 15, you are a very serious D3 team. Elms College will be on the right side of the screen in white shorts with a golden white top, green numbers, while the Bearcats are wearing their home jersey and blue shorts. Getting the ball situated here. The ref shows both hands good to go, and we are starting. Steven Lopez, the captain, to start off this serve down the line. Nice three-point pass. 2 balls picked up. Tacos is there, though. High ball to Godino. And Godino just doesn't get his full wrist on that. Great decision to go deep, but just mishandles that ball a little bit. If I was Edward, the setter, especially being front row here, maybe run a back attack with Tacos and go straight outside to my senior, Nick Godino. And he does exactly that. And Godino! Nicholas Godino. Not only an athlete, but he is a gentleman and a scholar. Great swing. Great play by Edward. Tacos! Going from that 5-5 area. That one just lands in. Baruch going after the front row outside to start. Evan Tacos for another jump serve. Goes after him again. This time they set the outside. Elms covers himself. And number 13, Giovanni Torres, the sophomore from Puerto Rico, just can't put that ball in play. Tacos going back to rip another jump serve, but this one He just gets his shoulder under that ball, gets too much lift on it, and it goes out of bounds. Number 15, Jake, the middle blocker for Elms, going back row. Baruch should look to attack from the middle or the outside here. Maybe even just tipping towards the middle. Just like that. Hit it to the middle side of the court. You play no libero. We're going to punish you for it. Great play from the Bearcats. Slide option, Gator. Nice little beach move from the setter as Suarez throws the ball over the net. Roll shot picked up by Kyriakos. Sent out to Godino. Nice swing by Godino going high as the Bearcats get the ball again. D-ball. One-handed stab from Semer to Zetas, but just can't get that ball to go directly up. That's volleyball, though. You can have a great block. It can be a perfect block, and you'll still get tooled, and they'll still get past you. Perfect swing, and you'll still get blocked. Number 4, the senior, John, coming back to jump serve. Roll shot goes to Godino. 2-point pass. As the Blazers run a quick, big set. It's a pipe from the back row in the middle, but with that big, it's just a quicker flick of the wrist. They go that right corner, area 5, and just miss. The Blazers are looking at the ref to see if it was a right call, but he sticks with it. Back row, I'm sorry, excuse me, back set. The outside hitter is in area 1 right now. They are in row 1, so he goes with a back 5. It was just off the net a little bit and blocked by the Bearcats. Manny Masheyev and Steven Lopez. Some trouble, 2-point pass here. The lefty for number 4 for the Elms College, number 14, going off the hands. Wasn't even aiming in the court there. He just wanted that ball to hit a hand as hard as he could. Going red ball to Andrew. Andrew with a control shot, but that ball lands just out of bounds as Elms College tightens up the score, 5-6. Edward this time going back to his opposite, but just shortens that ball a little bit. Andrew keeps it in. The libero for Elms gets it up, but they net. So the Bearcats walk away with the point and go up 7-5. You can hear Edward calling outside primary, looking for the outside. Lopez going over with the hammer, but they're calling overpass. Overpass as the Bearcats do not get that point, and Elms College calls timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. There was an overpass. The pass was sent over the net from Elms College. Steven Lopez put the ball away, but Steven Lopez reached over the net. So it was an Elms College point. Elms College called timeout thinking the score was 5-8, and it was actually 7-6. Elms College gets the point, calls timeout. Bearcats get the point after the timeout with Tacos putting that one ball away. And the Bearcats take a 6-8 lead as the Blazers get the next point on a tip. As Elms College makes 2 substitutions, one for the back row defense and one for front row with number 8, Carlos, the freshman, coming in. Going at Godino. Godino with a perfect 3-point pass. Godino with the cover 2. Andrew's there. As Edward putting the ball up. All options open. And a nice roll shot just to the middle of the floor right there.
Number 10, David Hernandez, serving.
Great shot. Godino staying deep, but he realized that it was going to the middle of the floor. Takes a couple steps up, but just can't get his full palm on that ball. As Edward sends another 5 ball, just too short. As 2 Elms College players land on each other, number 11, Jeremy, and number 15, Jake. Thankfully, both are okay. Ankles are fine. Jump serve from Lopez, 3 options open. Out to number 11. And number 11, Jeremy Torres. Elms College has a theme of highlighted hair going on here. A bunch of frosted tips from most of their players. 4 players on the court right now have frosted tips. Trying to get a team feeling here. But the frosted tips do not help on defense. Ball goes down. Nick Godino showing to be just a little too much offense here. This time Evan Tacos just kind of tossed that ball on his right shoulder too much. It went away from that window that we want. And he just hit that ball into the net. Got to keep it in front of you. Many battling at the net. Lopez goes high ball to Andrew. Andrew pretending to load up and just rolls it into the middle of the court. Bearcats pull away 11-10. Elms College fighting, though. We got a lot of good volleyball here in Arc Arena early tonight. This time with a little combo, a 1-3. D-ball sent, but Kiriako's calling it easy. Nick Godino with the power. Picked up. As the Bearcats are going to send over a free ball. Elms College to reply. With the slide in, Nicholas Godino. He is there. The senior leader. And now he's getting called over to the ref. I'm pretty sure the ref is congratulating him on the block or asking him how his day went. Nothing to do with the over-celebration as Godino gets the block, talks to the ref, and just gets back into formation. Some trash on the court. Looks like Godino had some finger tape that just fell off. The boys line back up. And Edward, the setter, goes back to serve. Bearcats have 3 options in the front row for offense now. As the Bic is there, Lopez makes a great dive for it. Edward didn't know if he should take it or let Lopez. He gets a hand on it, but not enough control. Row 1 for the Bearcats. Watch right here, maybe Many on a 1, going back to Nick. Nice pass. Out to Andrew. That one's low, though. Andrew keeps it in. Godino with the pickup. Back out to Andrew. And blocked. It looks like a couple of these sets from Edward tonight are just a little short. He's really got to finish through with that thumb and push it out. The sophomore setter. Playing with him last year, in my opinion, one of the most improved athletes on this team. Godino pulls out a little beach set and tries to hold that ball to the last millisecond and then throw it over. But since he stopped the momentum of the ball, the ref called a lift right away. Nick, though, making the smart move, not showing where he wants to go with that free ball until the last second. Coach Edwards isn't even mad at that either. He loves to see that. Especially when you have a senior outside like him and then Lopez, a junior, who still has room to grow. But Godino just way too intellectual when it comes to the ball sometimes. That time he just got too smart for himself, got caught with a lift. Now he collects the ball and goes back to serve. Outside attack, the lefty just finishes away. Number 14, the freshman, Luis Martinez, isn't even aiming for the court right now. He's just aiming for the right side hand of that opposite blocker or the setter and just swinging as hard as he can. Edward can't get both hands there, so he goes one-handed set as the Bearcats take, actually Elms College takes the lead as the Bearcats take a timeout. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to Arc Arena, set number 1. Elms College snuck into the lead, 15-13. Bearcats come out of the timeout, going to Lopez.
Point Blazers, in lead 16-13. With number 13, Giovanni.
As it looks like Steven Lopez nets trying to save that ball. Nice jump serve. Goes back to Andrew. That one goes off the hands. Bearcats find their 14th point and trail by 2.
16, Bearcats 14 with Boucher serving.
Many. Float serve over the net. Tacos blocks it, but also nets in the process.
It's Elms 17, Baruch 14. With number 9.
As Elms now pulls away 3 points. Free ball over. Back set, tip, and another tip. Just finds the floor. Elms pulling away. 4-point lead this time. As Lopez goes down the line. A-ball attack goes out of bounds. Really nice swing, though. Looks like it was going to be in.
Number 11, Artem Zinkin checked in.
Nice three-point pass. Combo X. Kyriakos is there with one hand, but that one just tricks Baruch.
They're up 19-15. Substitutions on both sides. And for Elms,
Both teams making substitutions here. Elms College just walking in right away, forgetting that you do have to wait for the ref. The Bearcats go first, being on the left side. Elms College gets both of them back in. As Stallone, first set goes to Evan Tacos, but that one does not clear the net with the set. You got to get the ball over the net, set up your hitters. Bearcats called their last time out. Stay with us. Bearcats trailing 20-15. Set number one. Cross the green to Artem. Artem goes for tip. That one does not clear the net. 4 touches on the Bearcats as the Bearcats start to fall apart late in set number one. That's why we do play 5 sets though. Float serve going at Kyriakos. Outside to Artem. Artem goes deep. Bearcats looking for a touch.
Blazers, they lead 22-15.
Elms College pulling away here, 22-15. Nice dig. Another tool. Elms College just pulling away here with the tools and the smart, consistent deep court shots. Nothing over fancy, but just keeping the ball in and doing what they have to do.
Point Bearcats. Stephen Lopez, sir.
Steven Lopez going with a deep jump serve. A-ball attack falls down straight through the block as Elms College gets set point for the first set here.
Jeremy Torres, sir.
Number 11, Torres out of Puerto Rico goes for the ace, but just misses. That ball lands out. Bearcats are alive for another point
Evan Tacos will serve.
as Tacos goes back to serve. 24-17 here. The X combination, knowing that there was going to be a blocker, doesn't go into the court, finds the hand, swings hard, and the tool finds them the 25th point. Elms College. We'll be back in 1 minute. Welcome back live to set number 2. Bearcats started off really hot and consistent up to about the 15th point, and then Elms College tied the game, took a 17-15 lead, and then ended the game 25-17. Elms College. Elms College is coming in with 15 men, boys, however we want to call it, student athletes on the roster, and 8 of them are from Puerto Rico. They're having 4 to 5 starters. Right now they have 5. Libero coming in, transition. The second libero would make it the 6th Puerto Rican starter. As a number 14 team in the nation, they are representing. Nice three-point pass. All options open. And the middle just going deep corner.
Number 11, Jeremy Torres will serve.
Outside set goes off the hands. Kyriakos was there, but once it touched a hand, he had to reposition. That ball just finds the ground. Ball coming over. Many taking a swing, but it looked like he jumped before the setter had the ball. And as a middle, you gotta be in the air before the setter even touches that ball. You wanna make it the fastest attack as possible. Now when Many was just a step and a half behind, as they shove 2 people outside to go block Godino. They knew that with the setter front row, Edward had 2 options. They committed 1 guy to the middle and committed 2 people onto Nick Godino, as Godino goes around both people that were committed. Kid's just an athlete, that's all I gotta say.
Number 15, Jake Johnson, server.
Nice pass from Kyriakos, sent outside, cross the map, as Andrew shoulders face an angle, and he just finishes down the line. Never even looks at the line. He just knew where he was going the whole time. Godino collects the ball, goes back to jump float. As Many getting a little confused. The setter for Elms College was front row. And when you run a middle in front of him, the setter becomes the other middle blocker's job now. That one just happened a little too quick. Many, the sophomore, still learning at this level, one of the nation's best blockers. As he comes out, there was only so much to hit in that position for Area 1 there, and he finishes wrist away. Finishes actually wrist in. He's got to finish wrist away. Excuse me. Goes out to Lopez this time. Lopez finds a hand. Nice swing by Lopez. Finds a point. That's what the Bearcats need right now. They just need any way to find a point. Middle blocker, Many coming back to serve. As the X combination goes off of Lopez's head. But you do not hear them calling or talking about Elms' combinations here. This time they threw the middle and the front, and instead of running a back 5, ran a back 1. Nice hard jump serve. Ball goes into the net though. Number 13, Giovanni Torres for Elms College, an overall volleyball player here. As Baruch serves the libero for the 3rd time in a row, and he is just 3-point pass after 3-point pass. And what I mean with the point system is when you serve, there's a scale between 0 and 3 points. You rate it off of how many options of offense you can get. Like there, that was a 0-point pass because it gave Baruch 0 hitting options. As the ball goes into the net, and Elms College sneaks into a 4-point lead right here, 9-5. Hybrid jump float coming over. 3-point pass from Akos. As all 3 options were available there, Edward saw that the middle blocker committed, throws it outside, one-on-one. Steven Lopez stepping up and killing that ball. Grabs the ball and goes back to serve now. Bearcats down 9-6. Lopez finishes with that ball wrist away. I think he meant to go down the line a little bit more. But contacted just a little off. Gadino's there with a cover, nice pass. Great point from the Bearcats. But with Edward being front row and a tight pass, he can't just show that he's trying to throw the ball over right away. He's got to hide that a little more, especially if Gadino gives him a 3-point pass right there, all options open. And he's working hard to get outside. You got to go back to that hitter. Ace from Tacos. Everyone in this stand's calling that ball in. As the Bearcats close the gap a little bit, 8-10. Evan Tacos, though, misses his second serve again. Especially out of the 6 rotations, you need your middle blockers to be consistent at serving and consistent at defense. Outside to Gadino. Gadino gets blocked, and the ball falls down. Float serve. Edward releases just a little early, and the controlled shot goes down the line, finds the floor. As Elms College takes a 12-9 lead. The middle blocker going back. That ball clips the top of the net and just goes back. Gadino going back to serve. Once again, the Bearcats are going at the libero. You don't want to see that every single time. They got to go after these front row outside hitters and make them a little uncomfortable. You can see the setter 2 front row. Maybe drop it short area 2, right on top of the setter's head. Make that libero come up. He's got to have a high pass if he does that. This time, yeah, Gadino goes at an outside. Passes over the net, but the Bearcats weren't ready. Combinations there. Out of transition, you could hear Kyriakos calling Nick Gadino. As, once again, number 13, Giovanni Torres, the sophomore.
Checking in and serving is number 4.
Listed as a setter opposite, coming in and playing outside hitter in this game. The 6'4" opposite leading Elms College as that ball falls out of bounds just barely. Tacos comes back on as Kyriakos comes back off. Many, the middle blocker, going back to serve. 12-13. The Bearcats are here. Float goes at the libero. That's an easy one, as Elms College just puts it away. Manny and Evan Tacos are going to need to give more consistent and just hard serves. It's got to be anybody but the libero. That was too easy for a bump set spike transition kill. Just 1, 2, 3 from Elms. Andrew Torres getting on top of that ball and just finishing down the line. That means the Baruch opposite. Andrew goes back to serve. D-ball's open. Godino for the bick or the pipe. Edwards front row, 2 options. Nice pass as Tacos is there. Elms College running into each other. Ball goes into the rafters. We got players landing on top of each other. Great hustle from both teams. There was a shaky set that went over the net. As the free ball that was sent over was very shaky. Coach Kevin Edwards just asking for both sets to be sent both ways, because if you're watching these Elms College setters, both of these guys hold that ball for half a second longer than you really should be. And if we're going to be talking about lifts and doubles, it's got to go both ways. Minute timeout called by Elms College. Bearcats lead 15-14. Stay with us. Welcome back live to Arc Arena. The Bearcats take the 15-14 lead. Set number 2 as Andrew goes back to jump serve, but that one goes out of bounds. Momentum over. Great timeout by Elms College. Game tied 15-15. Game to 10. This is what volleyball is about here. Float serve going at Akos. One option open as Pez goes roll shot. This time they call the lift, which actually looked like his consistent set all game. So maybe they are listening to Coach Kevin, as Coach Kevin's saying just call the sets consistent both ways. That time they called it. We'll see if they continue to pull this throughout the match. Ball was somehow picked up by Kyriakos.
Number 14, Luis Martinez. The game is tied at 16.
As Godino comes off limping a little bit, almost fell into the bench of the Bearcats. Float serve, Kyriakos, great pass. Godino looked like he was going for a shoot set going in early because there was a great pass as Edward just kind of lifted that ball. There was too much air. It was a very nice set if we're going for a 4-ball, but for that shoot, it's got to be faster.
That's number 15.
Number 8, Carlos, the freshman out of Puerto Rico, calling his spots, throwing that ball down as the Bearcats are forced into their second time out. Bearcats trail 16-18. Stay with us. Here we are live. Float serve goes over. Kiriakos pulls it up. This time the ball was faster to Godino, and Godino puts it away. You can only hang in the air for so long. And I know Nick sits up there. Sometimes he looks like he's too comfy, maybe just hanging up there. Tacos, nice serve.
A point for the Blazers. They're up 19-17. Number 11, Caroline Torres will serve.
Tool off the left hand. Nick was there, but just drifted a little bit. You got to go up and down. And what I am loving right now is they are feeding the senior outside hitter. With Lopez in the back row and you're down 20-17, there's no offense to many, but with the setter front row and you only have two options, they know the setter is either going to dump or it's going outside or it's the middle. You got to run many on a one and a back one the whole time. But what the Bearcats need to do right now with the setter front row is they need a three-point pass. They need to have the D ball open, the pipe, and the outside. Once this ball's coming 10 to 12 feet off the net, they know the middle blocker is no longer an option. They know it's either going D ball to Andrew, pipe, or outside to Godino, and it's just hard on Godino right now because they're committing to him. He's getting four hands in front of him every single time he hits. 4 hands in front of him. That time they run Nick on a combo and go out to Many. But Many, the sophomore, just keeping that roll shot a little too high. Switching it up this time, going D-ball to Andrew. And that's the first D-ball that we've seen in the last 10 points when it was 15-15. As Godino puts the ball away. Baruch was just trying to find any combo to just get out of that rotation. The setter now goes back row. 3 options are now open. As the water polo throw is just thrown into the ground. Head ref being very lenient tonight with the lifts and how much this ball can stop. I'm in the middle on both sides here, but the momentum on the ball is not allowed to stop. Whether you're setting it, you're doing one hand. Number 8 throws it down with this set. Manny gets the touch on it. The ball goes into the net, but Manny just lost sight of it. Ball falls down as the Bearcats fall. 25-19. Last game was 25-17, so it's an improvement as we go into set number 3. Stay with us. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Welcome back, and we are live here in set number 3. The number 14 team, Elms College, looking good tonight as they take the first 2 sets. And they come out with a combination to start. Over the first 2 sets, Elms College, in the first set they hit a 77%, in the second set they hit 78%. While in the first set, Baruch hit 54%, and Elms College, in the second set, they hit 60%. Elms College in the first set sided out on 14 of 18 opportunities, while in the fifth set, they sided out on 15 of 19 opportunities, which is good. So when they need to side out, they side out. While the Bearcats, 13 for 24 on side outs and 15 for 25 on side outs. Float serve at Kyriakos. Inside set to Godino, and Godino puts the ball away.
Number 5, and Greenberg will serve.
Number 1 for Elms College, Nick Bates coming in for the serve, coming off. As number 10, David Hernandez sees the play, follows the ball back to the line, puts his left foot there, calls out, and a double sub coming in. 1 for the front row for Elms College and 1 back row. The Blazers take a 3-2 lead here. Going after Kyriakos again. Going at Andrew, and Andrew finds the floor. Point Bearcats.
With number 13, Nick Godino serving.
Godino with a nice hard float serve. Blocked by the Bearcats. Down ball sent over. As the tip is there, you can hear Coach calling it 2 plays early. As they rip a nice hit, but that ball goes out of bounds. Number 13, way to be aggressive though. If you're coach, you'd rather see him rip that ball and have it go out than have him just send over a free ball. Because with the free balls too, you're probably going to lose 80% of the free balls you send over.
And the Bearcats win that point and lead 5-3.
13, Giovanni getting under the net, which is what you're supposed to do when that ball finds the net. He dropped his knees, but that ball just didn't stick into the net that time. Bearcats go up 6-3. Elms College calls their first time out early in set number 3. Bearcats are down 2 sets, but they're still alive. We'll be back in 1 minute. Here we are live in set number 3. Bearcats taking the early advantage up 6-3. Elms College leads 2-0 though. So the Bearcats do have a mountain to climb right here. As once again, number 4, the setter, the senior, John, has mastered his craft at getting that ball set. Holds it for just a little bit, sends it outside, but not long enough to be a lift here, or at least called under this officiating match. As Tesores throws the ball back corner. And the Bearcats come up with the point, 8-3. Usually in the third set, especially if one team goes up 2-0, you see the team that's down really hit survival mode. Because once you lose that third set, game over. So the Bearcats are going to fight for every single point here, while the Blazers might get a little lax. So if you're the Blazers right now, you really want to put this game away. Step on the pedal just as much as the Bearcats are right here. Nice jump. Goes back to Andrew, and Andrew. Nicodino at the start of that timeout sat down and had to stretch out his thighs. He has been dealing with a couple leg injuries. So it does look like they might go to Andrew for a little more offensive weight here. Ball lands in as the Blazers find their 5th point, down 4. They're still not out of this match. As number 9, the middle blocker, Daniel, the freshman out of Puerto Rico, going back. If I was Baruch right now, I'm looking to offensively swing towards that middle blocker. Nice cover from the Bearcats. Andrew goes tip over the net. High ball. As Evan Tacos nets.
They trail 9-6 with number 9, Daniel Martinez.
9-6.
Number 2, Andrew Soros serving.
Andrew getting his opportunity to serve now. That means that Edward, the setter for the Bearcats, is going front row. 2 options open. Ball goes into the net. 1 of 3 rotations done.
Number 10, David Hernandez will serve.
While Godino has been hurting a little bit, they're looking to Andrew and Steven Lopez to find that extra offense. Now, Andrew is back row, and so is Godino. Great pickup by Nicholas. Nice swing by Lopez, going high hands. This one's an angle attack. Godino is there. Takes that ball into the chest. Too much sauce on that one, and that one goes into the stands. Blazers might be down, but they are not out right now. Nice pancake. Free ball sent over. The Bearcats have to reply right here. As they go to Godino, and Edwards' last 2 sets were just too low. He didn't allow the middle blocker to fully swing there, and then Godino looked like he was on time, and the ball was in the window. It was just too short. This one's sent off the net. Tipped out of bounds by the Blazers. As number 15, Jake, looking for the smart shot. Realized he couldn't take a full swing on that. So it was a great decision to tip, but he just tips it out of bounds. Jump serve from Lopez. That ball is dug by Kyriakos. As the Blazers go into the net, but Edward from the Bearcats netted first. If he had just stayed out of the net, that would have been a dig and a point for Kyriakos. Once again, these sets coming off the net. Godino screaming for that shoot ball. Edward goes for the 3, but Evan Takos looks like he's on a 1 ball. And the sophomore setter needs to get comfortable with going back to his hitters, especially the seniors. If you get blocked, go back to him right away. Let him know that you're there. Because now they know you're not going to the middle. You're going outside to Godino as Elms pulls away with the lead, 12-11. Bearcats are down. Stay with us 1 minute. Welcome back live to set number 3. We've got some close ones tonight. 25-17, 25-19. Elms College takes both first sets. As Elms College loses the lead as the Bearcats tie the game back up in set number 3. Both teams fighting. Setter front row. D-ball. High set over the net as Godino gets slapped in the head. That ball, a 10-foot line hit, goes off the head of Godino, goes back over.
Blazers lead 13-12, and checking in to serve is number 1, Dick Bates.
What a phenomenal swing there. That is something you don't see every day. Someone hitting them in the head for a 10-foot line swing. As Godino replies and says, "Give me the ball." The senior leading his team back into a tied game, 13-13. This is just like the last game. We had a 15-15 tie. And in the first set, the Bearcats can make it to 15, but they've got to push through those last 10 points.
Give the Bearcats a 14-13 lead with number 5 at Greenberg serving.
Mental error from Elms College. They're not letting too many tips fall, but that one goes down. All 3 options open. Combo. Ball goes out of bounds. Bearcats now take a 15-13 lead. Tight pass. It's got to go to the middle. The setter and opposite coming on for a new setter and opposite for Elms College. You get 12 subs in the men's game, and Elms College is now at 10. 2-point pass from Kyriakos outside to Andrew. Andrew goes off the hands. Cross grain bump set in transition. Nice swing, but they're not there to cover. You can hear the libero yelling at his team, make sure to cover. That gives your hitters just so much confidence to swing at the ball, swing as hard as they can, and then if it does get blocked, his team's there to cover. But if your team's not covering, you don't feel as confident in swinging high hands. Especially when we're swinging high hands, we're not aiming for the court, as this time Andrew goes angle, gets the kill, as Baruch College leads 17-14 here late in set number 3. Here we are again in set number 3, Arc Arena. We got some volleyball tonight. It's Thursday. It's almost the weekend. The number 14 team in the nation for D3 is in the house, taking on the Bearcats. The setter dropping to his knee, pulling out a 1-ball. Great set. Goes outside. Edwards there for the roll shot. Kyriakos is saying, I got it, let me bump set. Manny, the sophomore, coming in with his hands and doubling. You gotta let your libero take that ball late. It's now 17-15. This is gonna be a game of mechanics. Elms is not gonna let you win without being fundamental. They're gonna make you play volleyball and they're gonna make you beat them. They're not going to hand this over, while the Bearcats are handing just a few points over. Red ball's too low. As Edwards there, but the ball slips away. Elms College now ties the game, 17 up. Overpass. Sent at Kyriakos, but Akos cannot handle that. Fifth jump serve coming. This one goes short. As Manny and Andrew keep flying out to the pin, but they're not blocking the angle. Elms has been blowing up that angle from 4 to 4-5 all game. A couple of them actually landed inside that 10-foot zone, going way angle. That one sent too far outside. Edward didn't give Lopez the opportunity to keep it in, as the Blazers now pull a 20-17 lead. Coach Edwards says that's enough and takes Edward out. Stallone comes into the match. It's cold, it's late. Hopefully he's been warming up on the bench, as the best jump serve from Elms is coming out. They get the free ball, looking for a pipe right here. Goes outside again, as that ball is hit out.
Blazers 20, Bearcats 18. Number 17, Will serve.
Elms College going with the one ball, but that ball just lands out of bounds. It was sent to the left side of the body. Middle blocker just couldn't keep it on his right side. As an unusual shanked pass from Elms, but a nice down ball given back. Stallone coming out with a nice shoot, but that ball is sent too low. Lopez trying to keep that ball in play, but it's just sent back over, blocked. Elms College goes up 21-19. A lot of game left. Stallone goes for the cover, gets his fingertips on it, pushes Kiriakos out of the way as Elms College finds their 22nd point. They lead by 3 here.
Number 11, Artem Zinkin checks in.
As Artem Zinkin comes in, that means Andrew Tesores, the opposite, drops back to pass, and he's now playing an outside position. As there's 3 front row for the Bearcats. Hands are up on the block, but the ball falls down. Bearcat point.
22-20 with number 2, Andrew Soros serving.
Andrew Soares going back to serve. That means Artem's front row, Stallone is front row. 2 options open. Nice jump serve lands. Artem's there for a high ball. Kiriakos sends it over though. The setter's out. Transition. High ball. Stallone taking a shot now. We got some volleyball here. Lefty swing. Ball goes out of bounds. As the Blazers creep closer to the 3rd set win. The Blazers have now ran out of substitutions with 12 substitutions. 23-20. Float serve coming. Goes at Kiriakos. Godino comes over with a free ball. Slide sent down the line, and that ball goes out of bounds. Head ref calls it out. 23-21, Bearcats trail. As Steven Lopez comes back in for Artem. Three ball. Stallone jumps with the middle, and the Bearcats are going to need to focus more on these combination plays. They've been struggling a little bit all game with different hitters coming with different combinations. 24-21. Match point going Acadino. The front row outside. That's a good, smart serve. And they finish away. Point for Elms. The Blazers win in 3, 25-17, 25-21, 25-19. 19 was that second set, and the Bearcats improved by 2 points every set, which is good. You'd like to see that instead of the opposite and them going down every set and not being able to adapt. The Blazers showing why they're the number 14 team ranked in D3 right now. Everybody's stopping after to high-five each other. Everyone making sure that everybody is involved. Both coaches, Sheila running the program very well here. All the boys going in for high-fives with coaches as Elms College, the consistent just offense and defense powerhouse over here, not allowing the Bearcats to just slip away. As the Bearcats fall in 3 sets. We have more games coming up. The Bearcats have games this weekend. There's 2. There's also a game Tuesday, March 19th, Thursday, March 21st, and again Tuesday, March 26th at Hunter College, where the next home game will be Saturday, March 30th against Bard, and we will actually be having a tri-match that day, with the last game being Tuesday, April 2nd for Bearcat Appreciation Night, where we're having our seniors honored, maybe some fifth-year seniors, and we will also be playing Brooklyn. After that, 1 week later, we go into the quarterfinals, and if the Bearcats can remain a high seed, they will have home advantage. But until then, the Bearcats go from a 10-8 record to 10-9, still above 500 and still improving. Although the CUNYAC record, which is important, remains at 5-0. And that'll be determined also when they go play Hunter as their next CUNY game. And then also Brooklyn. Bearcats are having a great season this year. Lots of options and lots of good potential setups for their lineup. We will be back in a few days. Stay with us, Bearcats fans. Great game, and thank you for being with us. My name is Stephen Roach, and we will talk to you later.